Hey everyone, welcome back. So today for this Foundation Friday, I'm going to be going over the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Foundation Stick that I picked up from Sephora a few weeks ago. I was excited to try this product for actually quite some time. I haven't had much luck with Hourglass, so I was hoping that this was going to actually change my mind about some of the products that they have. So I picked this up in Sephora. This retails for $46, this foundation, and it comes in a stick it is actually a stick foundation. It's supposed to offer very full coverage. It's supposed to be highly pigmented, and it's supposed to be seamless where it goes undetectable. So because of that, they say that you're really supposed to start the product with one swipe and then buff it out. I didn't really like the foundation brush that they offered with this product, so I did not buy that. The Vanish has 26 colors, which I thought was great. What intrigued me about this product when I was swatching it out in Sephora is the fact is that there was a lot of cool undertones and there's a lot of warm undertones. And I really, truly like that. Although I really go for more warm undertones, even though sometimes I'm classified as cool, it is nice to have that type of range on foundation. So the shade that I picked up was Nude out of this foundation. This is what it looks like when I open it up out of the tube. It has like this triangular mold to it, and you can see how high it comes up. So my face is a little bit lighter than the rest of my body. That's why I went with Nude. There was one shade lighter than this, and I just felt that this one was better. Basically what you're supposed to do is start at the cheeks, do a little on the forehead and the chin, and then blend it out. Now when I was in Sephora, there was a brush that that they recommend that you buy with this foundation. I rubbed it on my hands and I put it through my fingers, and honestly I felt that if you have the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe foundation brush, you'll be better off using this one than that brush. And also if you have the Sigma round kabuki or square kabuki, it's pretty much the same thing. So you really don't have to go out and buy the brush itself. I don't think it's necessary. But I did feel that while I was buffing it on my hand, that the Heavenly Luxe foundation brush did just the right, had the same texture of the brush. So I'm going to start and see how it is. As of right now, just like all stick foundations, they go on pretty thick. Not like thick, like there's substance, there's texture to the foundation. So let's go this way. I'll go out. It's creamy, it's gliding onto my skin. That I could tell you first. And let's go out this way. Now let's start and buff it out. Very nice. Yeah, I think this brush is so much better because it's so light in consistency with the bristles that's what you want. Because if you have too much of a thicker brush that's more dense, it's going to actually drag the foundation off the skin. And I actually saw a couple of other YouTubers saying that the brush that came with this this foundation was doing that. So after I purchased it, I did a little bit of reviews on it. I was like, oh, okay, so I did the right thing by not purchasing the brush. So I do feel that it covered up some of my little breakouts that I have and my discoloration. I don't think it did it a lot. Looks a little bit on, I feel like I'm getting a little bit of like a pinkish undertone, which I'm surprised because this in particular one had more of a yellow undertone. In Sephora, maybe it feels it's a little bit white, like chalky to me. I don't know, we're gonna see. So I'm gonna apply another layer and let's see what happens. Now it's becoming medium. This is becoming medium coverage. First I felt it was light to medium, now it's medium. So I'm not quite sure how they're saying that this is a very highly pigmented foundation, because if it was that pigmented on the first swipe, it would have really covered a lot. And I don't feel I have that with this. But with this second pass, I like it. I think this is nice. So I feel right now that this has a creamy texture to it. I can see that there's a little bit of glow going on over here. Gets a little bit patchy here, which is normal. That's totally normal with foundations. But you can tell when a foundation isn't the best at blending is when it starts to get stuck in certain areas. Now, I do feel that I have definitely great coverage in this area right here and here as well. It's even, it's seamless. It's definitely not a flat, matte, medium coverage. I can't say that that's what it is. It's medium coverage, I feel, with a, almost like those liquid foundations that offer that medium coverage. It's gonna give you a little bit of that sheen, because I could tell you right now, I have a little bit of a glow going on, and the truth is, it's really not that flat on my skin. And you could see as the light is picking up on both ends, if I turn, you see a little bit here. So for argument's sake, I'm going to go in with one more pass, and now we're going to see how full of coverage this is going to be. It's very, very creamy when it goes onto the skin. You could feel it doesn't drag. I feel like it's definitely a little bit fuller. Medium coverage for sure. Covers everything up really nice. I don't feel it got cakey. I don't feel it's chalky anymore. I think the first pass is what made me feel that it was a little chalky. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I just got this funny feeling that I'm going to see a lot of movement today, and I have a lot to do today, so this is good. I just don't know if I'm in love with it just yet. I'll know as the day proceeds. So I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'll return. Okay, everyone, my final thoughts on this product is I thought that for a stick foundation, I felt it to be a little bit more of an oily coverage. I don't know why, but I started to get very shiny in the T-zone, which is not something that typically happens to me, to be quite honest. I did feel it got a little bit cakey in certain spots of the face, and that bothered me because for $46 on a foundation, I would really not want that to happen. It did blend nice. It does give like a creamy kind of glow to the skin. It's definitely light to medium coverage. If you start off with one swipe, you are going to get light coverage. It's buildable, which I thought was really great. I think it photographs well, but I think in person, it just looks a little cakey in the skin. I did feel as I was walking around, I felt like I looked a little white, which was kind of weird because I did get the shade nude, and that should not have happened at all. I just felt it was a little chalky, this undertone, this little skin undertone. But as I'm looking at myself, I really like it. I just can't say that I'm happy with the overall coverage of the oiliness and a little bit of movement in here in these areas. But so I hope you guys enjoyed this Foundation Friday on the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Stick Foundation. If you have any questions, you guys know that you can always leave a comment down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see all of you in my next video.